As women and men, remember this. When you hear the terms conservative or traditional, this equals constitutional principles and Judeo-Christian values. It is something we should be proud of. Tea parties, 9/12 groups, Capital Conservatives, Americans for Prosperity, whatever, Republican clubs, we are all working together. We have a coalition. We understand the importance of the principles and values of our country. These values and principles, they lead to liberty and opportunities for success for all. When you hear the term progressive, as the Democrats use it, this does not mean visionary or forward thinking. That's what they want you to think. Progressive Democrat, they're telling you they agree with socialism. What did Lenin tell us was the objective of socialism? Communism. Listen to what they're telling you. They're telling you who they are. Mitt Romney is the candidate who is working to uphold America's spirit of intelligent, hard work, self-reliance, and care of our fellow citizens when it is necessary and needed. We have 17 days, folks. 17 days to make phone calls, walk neighborhoods, educate our families, our friends, our community, and everyone that we can to go and vote Mitt Romney on November 6th. 17 days to restore America's future. I know we can do it. Rosie the Riveter told us to.
You know what America is so wonderful for, among many things? Absolutely. Free speech and the reality as part of our backdrop shows that you have the right to be wrong in America. I speak to it every morning from 6 to 9 and it doesn't stop wherever I go. God bless America, right? Our next guest is a member of the congressional freshman class of 2010. One of the highlights of my life was when my family and I shared a time of prayer with him below in the chapel below the United States Capitol. He has voted his convictions and, as needed, pushing back against the leadership within the party when they're wrong. He was one of the few to say no to raising the debt ceiling. How'd that work out? He was right then, he is right now, and we need to send him back to the United States House of Representatives this November 6th. Please welcome our congressional representative from Florida's 2nd Congressional District, U.S. Congressman Steve Southerland.
I tell you what, Tallahassee, what a great place to be this Saturday. It's thrilling to see so many people who want to get our country back on track. Thank you for what you do. Thank you. You know, when we were invited, I want to say thank you, Preston, for the invitation to give me an opportunity to stand here and really just speak my heart. You know, I'm like to do that, you know, from time to time. I don't use many notes because I think that what is on my heart is important. It's the message that I need to bring at this time. And when they said we're going to have a rally, Women for Romney, well, I got to tell you something. If you look at this palm card, me in the middle of 5 women, you can see my life. I'm going to tell you something. You know what? In spite of some of these individuals that are here today, I want to make sure we get a picture of that. That's what I went to fight for. I got to tell you something. I live with a woman I started 1st grade with. And I got to tell you, I know you've seen my television commercials. You see another important driver in my life, because the older I get, the smarter my mom gets. My mom told me when we were thinking about and pondering running for the United States House of Representatives, with your help becoming the first Republican that has been elected in this seat since 1882. My mom's advice was just very clear, crystal clear. Steve, always listen to that still small voice inside of your heart. Be true to that still small voice. And after that still small voice has guided you to make the right decision, think about the lessons that me and your father taught you growing up in your home. And some of those lessons were from my mom: nothing good goes on after midnight. Sounds like you may have had a mom like mine. And in the 111th Congress, with my predecessor, in concert with the at the time the Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, working. I know. And by the way, she's licking her chops to get back in that chair. But I have to tell you, after midnight on a Sunday night, when Americans were asleep, they passed the most sweeping, expansive bill that is the most intrusive, anything that gets between you and your physician of choice. When you do it in a hurry, that reminds me of Mom too. Mom always said, hurry's not of the devil, it is the devil. Nothing good goes on after midnight. That bill was done in a way that absolutely undermines what our founding fathers intended. They absolutely intended that no one would be at odds between them, us as American people, and our God, in order to be legal, to do what was right, the right of conscience. And one thing I've learned about my mom and my wife and my children and the women in my life, and by the way, I know if you want to get anything great accomplished, you got to have a team of women. I know the statistics are very difficult to swallow from the people that are here protesting today. But I know that I have 14 full-time staff members. 9 of them are women. I know, goodness gracious, men, we love 2-hour lunches. We love forming committees. It would be like if Moses was in the desert, had he formed a committee, they'd still be wandering in the desert. Women just get things done. No, look, I'm amazed. My wife, Susan, she rises at 5:30 every day. Right after the alarm goes off, I hear the washing machine go on. She gets our children up. She works hard. She makes sure that our home is a place of security for our children. And she makes sure that her children understand that her love for me is never ending. We have a team. She is my life partner. She is my closest confidant. And she is a driver in my life. Now let me tell you what I've learned about Susan and what I've learned about my mom. Mothers. Mothers, in my opinion, are the most educated voters in the United States today. Women are engaged. They're the ones that go to the grocery store and see that under this president and his policies, that the dollar will not go as far as it would 4 years ago. I know women oftentimes will write the checks, the insurance premiums to the health insurance company. Women have seen that on average, that the family's health care insurance has risen $2,000. Women understand that the average income for the home has decreased almost $4,300 in the last 4 years. Women understand that 4 years ago, when the gas was being put into the vehicles, and in our family, the family van, that I know that when that gas was going in there, the gas was $1.70 a gallon, and that today it's $4 a gallon. Women understand that. They know that. And one thing about women, nobody loves you more than mama. And you know what? You know what mamas want? You know what women for Romney want? They want to see their children work hard. They want to see their children grow up to be conscious contributors to society. They want to see their children study, and that means all night if necessary, cramming for college exams. They want to see the children, if they must, to incur debt in order to get where they need to be through college loans. Those mothers want anything, they want so much, those children, to climb the ladder of success, get that college degree, and have a career waiting for them. Not just a part-time job. No. You don't pour your life into a part-time job when you're 22 and 23 and 24 years old. You pour your life into a career. That's what my mom wanted for me and Tim and Suzanne and Shane, my siblings. And that's what Susan Southerland, my wife, that's what she wants for Samantha and Stephanie and Allie and Abby. They want and deserve opportunity and certainty. Certainty. And what I'm seeing around this country, the uncertainty, the pain, the hurt, it's man-made, and it's coming from one man. And I know this on November the 6th. We're going to send that man back to Chicago, and we're going to elect Mitt Romney the next president of the United States. Now I want to say we got some important things to do in the state of Florida. Mitt Romney and my good friend, whose office is 2 doors down from me, Paul Ryan. These men, steady hands. These men are good men. They're men of faith. They're men of family. They're men that believe in freedom, and they want their children to grow up and perpetuate those beliefs, just like our founding fathers have done for 240 years. I know this. I urge you. We're about to get to the 11th hour. The 2-minute warning is about to sound. And so my final comments to you is this. It is imperative that the sense of urgency that I know you have, or you wouldn't be here, that it continue to burn bright. That you are excited about talking to your neighbors, your family, about not just going to the polls by yourself, but making sure that you have a carload of people with you. Making sure that your co-workers, your family, your church members, your bingo parlor friends, make sure that those you fish with, you hunt with, make sure that everybody in your life understands that sense of urgency as we do here today. We have got to do this. We've got to put Mitt Romney in the White House. We got to put Connie Mack in the Senate. And when you look down after you vote for Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan, and after you vote for Connie Mack, I'm going to ask you, I need you to vote for me. I need you to vote for me. As Preston said, and I want to ask Preston if you would come up for my last comment. I want to say this. I have done exactly what I promised I would do. That's right. Because that's what Mama told me to do. Women for Romney, you get it. You get it. Thank you for what you do. And I want to say to my friend Preston Scott, this man in the morning, he educates his listeners. It's not rocket science. He educates them on the intent of our founding fathers, that we are a nation of free people, that we are a nation of laws. And in spite of this president and his time over and over and over again, he wants to ignore those laws. I want you to know how much I appreciate what Preston Scott does. He's a good man. Preston, thank you. God bless all of you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you.